In a cold gray prison yard, men set their sights on a quiet black inmate whose steady gaze marks him as prey. But the man they plan to break is no ordinary inmate. Once the most feared Delta Force commander, he led covert missions others wouldn't dare attempt. Framed for a crime he didn't commit, he's now a pawn in a larger game, and the gang has been hired to ensure he doesn't survive long enough to uncover the truth. The clang of the cell door reverberated through the block. Leon Shadow Carter stood motionless, his imposing frame nearly filling the small room. His sharp eyes scanned his surroundings, walls stained with neglect, the scent of sweat and despair. It was a far cry from his Delta Force days. In Afghanistan's deserts, they'd called him the Shadow, a man who moved unseen, struck with precision, left no trace. Now here he was, betrayed by a country he'd sworn to protect. Framed for a crime he didn't commit, Leon sat on the metal cot, thinking of his family, his mother's proud smile, the folded flag from his father's funeral. Through the small window, he could see other inmates. Whispers had reached him. The Iron Fangs, the self-proclaimed rulers of the yard, had taken an interest. Their stare spoke of violence simmering beneath the surface. "I've faced worse," he muttered. But the question gnawed at him. How long could he last before his enemy struck? "Visitor," the guard said. Leon sat in the visitation room, separated from Jessica Green by glass. She was fighting to clear his name on the outside. "Leon, I've been pulling every string I can find," Jessica said urgently. "The case is full of holes, but it's going to take time. Until then, you have to stay safe. The Iron Fangs there, watching me, sizing me up. It's only a matter of time before they make their move," Leon admitted. "I've seen what they do to men in here, and I don't know if I'm ready for it." "You've faced worse," Jessica said firmly. "You're one of the strongest men I've ever met. Out there I had a team, control." His voice wavered. "In here, I'm alone. I've seen strong men break in this place. You won't break, but you have to fight if they come for you. I'm trying. But this place, it's a different kind of war. There's no honor here, no rules. I know, but you have to hold on. The truth is out there. You didn't sabotage that pipeline, and we're going to prove it. They framed me for a reason. Someone powerful wanted me out of the picture. I'm already digging. The evidence doesn't add up. Discrepancies in witness statements, missing files, and the warden, there's money moving through his accounts that shouldn't be there." "Time's up," the guard announced. "You're not alone in this," Jessica said. "Stay strong, fight back if you have to, but don't lose yourself." As Leon walked back to his cell, her words echoed in his mind. But the truth gnawed at him. This place was wearing him down, and the Iron Fangs were circling. The mess hall was alive with chaotic noise. Leon sat alone, back to the wall, scanning the room. The Iron Fangs dominated several tables, their presence like wolves staking their claim. Their leader, Blaze Hensley, sat at the center, a smug grin on his face. "Hey Carter." Blaze stood nearby, his gang flanking him. "What's the matter, soldier boy?" "Food not up to your standards. Just trying to get through my meal in peace," Leon replied calmly. Blaze laughed. "Peace? You're in the jungle now, Carter. And in the jungle, the weak get eaten alive. If that's supposed to scare me, you're going to have to try harder." Blaze's smirk faltered briefly. He motioned to one of his men who snatched bread off Leon's tray. "Ain't bad, huh?" The gang laughed. "You know what I see when I look at you?" Blaze said venomously. "A man who doesn't belong here. A man who thinks he's better than the rest of us. But you're just another piece of trash they tossed in here to rot." "You've got it wrong," Leon said steadily. "I'm not here to rot, and I'm not afraid of you." "Oh, you will be. Give it time." As Leon left, their laughter echoed in his ears. The ambush came fast. As Leon reached the cell block, footsteps echoed behind him. A wiry figure lunged from the shadows. Leon pivoted instinctively, deflecting the attack. Two more rushed in. Leon twisted, the makeshift weapon grazing his ribs. With a brutal elbow, he knocked one man off balance. The third grabbed him from behind, but Leon slammed him backward into the cell bars. "Come on, soldier boy." Blaze stepped into view, grinning cruelly. "Let's see if that military training can save you now." The gang swarmed him. Leon's fists flew, every strike calculated. A punch sent one sprawling, but another came at him with a shiv, drawing blood from his arm. Leon grabbed a chair and swung it with force, scattering the men. But Blaze stepped forward. "You think that's it? This ain't over, Carter." Before Leon could respond, a guard's whistle cut through the air. "Break it up." Franklin Jones, a guard who'd served under Leon during his Delta Force days, stormed in. "Back off, or I'll have you all dragged out in cuffs." The gang retreated. As Leon reached his cell, Blaze's voice echoed. "We're just getting started, soldier boy. Sleep with one eye open." That night, voices pierced the quiet. "Better keep one eye open, soldier boy. Don't matter how tough you bleed, just like the rest of us." Leon turned onto his side, staring at the wall. Their words weren't just noise, they were a promise. What if Jessica couldn't clear his name? What if he didn't survive? No, he couldn't think like that. Getting out wasn't just about survival, it was about justice. Leon sat up, thinking of his mother's trembling hands when she hugged him before the trial, of Jessica's determination. He made a silent vow. He would survive this place, outlast the threats, and expose the truth about everyone who thought they could destroy him. The next morning, Jessica sat across from Leon. Urgent. I've got good news. I found a way to fast-track your appeal. If all goes well, I can get you out in a week. A week? Leon said quietly. I don't know if I can make it another week. Leon, you're one of the strongest people I've ever met. You can make it? He shook his head. This isn't the battlefield. Out there, I had my team. In here, it's just me. They're not going to stop until they break me. They came at me last night. It wasn't a full assault, it was a warning. They're enjoying this. Listen to me. Jessica leaned forward. I know it's hell, but you just have to hold on a little longer. And what happens if they get to me before then? That's not going to happen. Maybe I can push for you to be moved to solitary. Leon laughed hollowly. The warden doesn't care. Solitary just makes it easier for them to get to me. Then stay vigilant. You just need to last one more week. Every time I close my eyes, I hear them. I'm tired. I don't know how much more I can take. Jessica pressed her palm against the plexiglass. Leon, I need you to dig deep. You're fighting for justice, for your name. Don't let them take that from you. I'll try. That's all I can promise. Leon couldn't just wait. He began preparing snapping bristles off his toothbrush, grinding the plastic end against concrete, creating a makeshift shiv. The next day, he approached Mac, an older inmate known for connections. I need help. Something to even the odds. You planning to take on Blaze's crew by yourself? Not planning on it, but I'm not letting them take me out either. You've got guts. I'll see what I can do. Won't come cheap though. I've got commissary items I can trade. That'll do. I'll have something by tomorrow. Back in his cell, Leon resumed his preparations. The toothbrush shiv was coming together, the plastic now honed to a sharp point. He wrapped cloth around the handle. It wasn't much, but it was better than nothing. He thought about Jessica's promise. A week? He could almost hear the Iron Fangs laughing. To them, a week was more than enough time to finish him off. As the lights dimmed, Leon sat on his bed, his weapon hidden under the mattress. Then, as expected, the voices started. Carter? Blaze's voice rang out. Hope you're sleeping well, soldier boy. You're going to need your rest. Leon didn't respond. He sat still, fists clenched, mind focused. Tomorrow, he'd have what he needed. Tomorrow, he'd be one step closer to surviving the week. But tonight, he could only grit his teeth and remind himself. Just one more day. Just one more fight.